Hmm?
Oh, you bad? You going to Giants?
Yeah, you get that, man?
Damn, I'm just checking these old niggas. Make sure.
Too trash.
That you ain't tough.
Cowboys.
No. You going with the Cowboys?
Nah, that's how it was.
Oh, I just say, what? Oh, Madden? Ready?
Oh, shit.
You good? You good?
What you got on simulation?
I mean, we can.
Yeah, that's the truest true to the player.
True to the player, then.
Yeah, bro.
Huh? No.
Her son just told me the homegirl came up and apologized.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's my little homie.
Yeah, homie about to go to bed. It's 10:30.
Is that Sonic?
Yes, it's Sonic.
Yo, Sonic is my dude. You know that?
Yeah, and, you know?
Does he have any Sonic video games?
Yeah. Hey everybody, I have Sonic video games. And let me show you my new game. Let me show you my new Yoshi game.
We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers as they take on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the...
Alright, YouTube, it's a head-to-head ass kicking for somebody. It's your boy Star Alexander 158, and I'm about to beat the bricks off these Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yoshi really works. See?
The scene in South Philly.
And you know, this is for... Come on, Sonic!
Fly Eagles fly as they get ready to match up.
What's up, buddy? Don't get what you say, you go play. It's night time for you. Here. Get that. Jordan. Get that. Night. Close the door. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. There you go.
Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Let's get it.
It's an old school battle in the Keystone State of
man, let's see.
The Eagles and the Steelers
We're
are
going to hold on,
underway.
man.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
There you go. Stay right there. Don't leave direction. You know, I could have got 24 yards right there. I could have kept his average.
Carson Wentz with the Philadelphia Eagles. 21 touchdown passes, just 7 interceptions for him last year until a back injury knocked him out in Week 14.
What? Devin Bush, you high?
That's our new starting running back.
No, but he had Vince Williams over Devin Bush. These people.
What? Is it number 2 over Moncrief?
Okay, rightful order has been restored.
Yeah, if you say so. You say so.
Check 20. Check 55 to Mike. Get ready.
Throwing on first is Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Quickly now, a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
Two-time All-Pro center Jason Kelsey is one of the most athletic centers in the league. In fact, he went to the University of Cincinnati as a walk-on linebacker before converting to the offensive line. Can pull, trap, get out in front of runners.
That we go. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are. Watch this head-to-head ass kicking right here. Live on YouTube right now.
5-yard completion on first down. Throwing his Wentz. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And nearly an interception in the opening drive. But instead, third down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
No, he's definitely not. They lied.
Who was that?
About Bud Dupree.
He not a good pass rusher? Hey, man. Stop doubting the commentators, man. They got
the
this.
incomplete pass. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard.
Howard, what in the world?
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer.
I doubt that.
You should.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls.
Boy, you see them birds of prey out there?
Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
And now the spotlight falls on wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster, because with the acrimonious departure of Antonio Brown to Oakland and Le'Veon Bell moving on to the New York Jets, he is truly the #1 target for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Playing in his 11th season in the NFL is defensive back Malcolm Jenkins, who entered with the New Orleans Saints as a cornerback before shifting back to safety, where he's had his best years. Terrific football IQ, tremendous tackler, can also guard receivers in the slot.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Come on, bro.
They're going to be incomplete.
I'm talking about. Keep him like that.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And this is
Come on, man. You let it bump you in the head.
Boy, a real head scratcher there.
Let it bump you in the head, dog.
Possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big
that's on there, too.
There is his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season.
Might want to step back.
You crazy. That dude's slow as shit.
Just well up
What's going on with my phone, man?
that one 28 yards on the ground.
Right.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end
Ran fumble it.
either way.
Ran and fumble it.
You didn't fumble it.
Fumble that.
Gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him.
Ran fumble it.
Offensive line, receivers. Knives off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove? Ooh, he becomes a little more consistent for him.
Yeah, I bet you
Because
do.
you miss those first 2, but get up the
I like it too.
range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back, even with just one throw.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Take 2 of them. Right here, right here. Check 43. Alert.
From the 39, Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And it's a fumble.
Ooh, you was lucky. I told you. Don't fumble it.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about his training camp.
He likes contact, bro.
I know it. You bring it to him, too.
And now you have that chance.
You know what?
There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Benny Snell Jr., the rookie from Kentucky. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz? And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Gotcha.
A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with the touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point.
Blew it.
And he's kicking
Blew it. You come back and bite you.
Suspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a
You got to score
6-0
first.
game.
I will.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Carson Wentz, along with his offense,
Yeah, he should have caught that
for
one.
their next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
Side note.
That in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense to give their defense a little bit of a break.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz.
Oh, what are you doing?
Incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And now it's second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you.
Who's that, Devin Bush?
Take him down.
No, Bud is pretty. Oh, I talked shit on him.
Not be denied. That's a loss.
Okay, Bud.
How did he not get that all fast enough?
I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge gain of 40 yards on the third down conversion.
That big ass icon up there. I couldn't see what the fuck I was doing. I was like, yo, fuck, man.
You know, excited about the big plays. Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
How we come back, baby. How we come back.
And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction.
As time expired.
Running back or another receiver as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. On first down, they run with Howard.
How, yo?
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
That nigga got him 2 quick ones.
Jordan Howard.
He just caught the first one.
With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Boy, look like me out there.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall.
Damn, I supposed to see
And a
my
little bit
sister.
of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You got to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Ran that fumble again, nigga.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive.
This thing.
He's got the lane, and there he goes.
That was the best
And
thing.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell, 77 yards. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
I like that one.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there.
I can't kick shit.
Oh, okay.
I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Powers through again. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code
Ain't got
words,
scrolls
your
on here
buzzwords,
either. I ain't seen
whatever,
that.
vertical stretch,
Yeah, put him in.
deep passes,
I can
go
put him in.
routes,
You know
right?
that.
What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. all of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. They'll begin the drive with Howard.
Man, you ain't see that? Man, that box was closed. We still got a yard out of that. Alright.
That one was swallowed up.
Still got a yard out of that.
Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Smash him off, baby.
This is Howard on second down.
Got in the way, got in the way, got in the way.
Wasn't breaking nothing.
All I do is get around the end, he was gone.
Destroyed your good line, man. There's nothing
Just get around, all I do is get around the end, he was gone.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
Go. Sunday.
Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz.
Yeah, come on, Edmonds.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They gotta move that shit, man. They put that shit in front of the screen, I can't see through it.
Throwing now is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Inside is Jeffrey. This is just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Wentz to throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Starting the drive with Snell. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
On second down and 4, Roethlisberger. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Focus. Slow ball.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald.
Damn, all I had to do was jump. My head baited in there, too. Got it out quick.
First catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
You know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10 is counter.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, yeah. This is me.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll fight a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete.
Man.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
There you go.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Nine seconds to play, and likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz.
That's a push.
And he's going to go down.
That's not, who's that? That's Mark Barron.
Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Gets fielded in the end zone.
Nah, I ain't done.
No run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes
He held on to the last 2.
The Steeler offense now with a first here to begin in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
Why? I should have cut to the outside, dog.
And you have the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without doubt. Show them what
Coming back, I ain't even gonna run out.
20, 10, and he does take it in for
Bring it on black clipper, blocking the back.
On the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone and decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here's Snell yet again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And past the 35, he'll be dropped under the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he gets this one inside the 15.
I like the running that they got on here, though.
Yeah. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Oh, man, he got this boy turned up.
They have been getting it done.
They turned up for long.
The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Right back to Connor here on first.
Pull him off right
his
now.
way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere.
Not with a lane like that, though.
He's going to take it.
What did they do?
9 yards on the touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score.
Just a little bit.
Seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball.
Yeah. Well, Chris Boswell, was that Boswell? Yeah. He'd be done in with
great dispatch.
Right.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Just bring that out.
Yes, sir.
This is
Well,
taking
you know what? I started sticking. I could have made it around.
Man, you a fumble boy. I'd have hit stick. That, I'm not gonna lie, that pick saved me, cause
Yeah, 2 of them I'm through.
keep going. I'm with that.
Yeah, got to.
It's only right.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback.
No,
Still lost, y'all.
At least you still got the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
Vince Williams, man. Who even put you back in?
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes.
Who back in?
Hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. To throw is Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain over 30. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on football.
You gonna go for it? What?
Too close not there.
Yeah, hey, look.
Hey, the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Rodgers. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
They ain't got no plays mixed up there. I'm like, what the fuck? There we go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Howard, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles are back within a score. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown.
Feeling the pressure here and taking
too long. I'd already hit the button.
7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
What the? I don't think they got all the plays on it.
Huh?
I don't think they got all the plays on it.
Nah.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start with a give to counter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back
slowing down now.
This is my theme of Bagley used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the blitz does come. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
Too late, too short.
Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Can't stop him, boy. Once that motherfucker gets
James
rolled.
Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
But y'all don't see how.
What's he mean? Huh? He's a bulldozer. He's a pit bull, man. Right. James Conner's not a pit bull.
Scoreboard right now.
You crazy as hell. When it comes to
he can't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, when it comes to straight power, man, he's stronger than Bell.
Oh yeah, you need to see that.
He wants to continue to do so.
But that's crazy though. Bell's a lot bigger though, man.
Fielded at the goal line.
So Bell more finesse.
Yeah.
Man. And he'll take this across the 25.
Man, hey, I take Bell.
You take Bell over Conner.
Yeah. You wouldn't take Bell over Conner?
No.
Philadelphia getting set
You
to
wouldn't be
take
wrong.
the field.
Conner's a good back though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think he gonna have a breakout year.
I ain't gonna say all that.
He gonna have a breakout year. I think last year when he blew his load.
I ain't gonna say he blew his load, but I think he
Wentz off the
he just
fake
might have a
handoff
breakout
to
year this year.
Ooh,
I like that. Nice way to be at the right place at the right time.
No, but I like how on this Madden, cause if you got people in the area, they still go for the ball. You know what I'm saying? On Madden 19.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
and he's taking
face mask. What are you doing?
Face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a
oh my
down.
God, it was 4, bro.
Take it.
When you're leading in the 4th quarter,
And he looking like, who, me?
Yeah, that's why he about to get on the bench, guys.
He's benching now. He's up 12. Shit, that ain't gonna hurt.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was going. Shit. I don't know how he didn't catch it and keep it. That's what I don't like.
Look how I smacked the ball down.
How do you smack the ball down?
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can
you think he Mega Man or something?
Yeah, he should have held on to it.
Look, I need you in the zone, bro. Get in there.
2nd and 10. Wentz.
Yeah. I need you in the zone. Get in there.
Taken down. T.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss.
He coming again, so I'm gonna just tell you right now.
Yeah, break him.
But look, get your coverage right.
Ain't worried about that.
I wouldn't be.
In a great spot for this big league, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time. And pressure gets to him again.
Taking too long.
Cam Hayward.
I want to know why Cam Hayward doesn't have a
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like
elite
they've been on
power,
roller skates this entire game. The way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing his Wentz. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an extra excellent field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very
difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And now this throw complete to Washington.
Go for the tackle, stop it, trying to strip it.
10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
Through my man, didn't he?
On the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
They got a few tweaks to make.
No question about it.
It's still a good game.
That's not even out yet. You know they're gonna pause. That's why they let people play it early so they can tell them strong.
Yeah.
As he has the football.
They got to hold on to the ball and make catches though.
Yeah, look at how he did it though. Look how he caught it. That was perfect. That was a perfect knockdown.
Dude.
He had the ball like this, and dude swatted it. It's like you have no type of security up here. You got to bring.
I mean, but you see when he fell, it fell on him. He should have had that.
Yeah.
It was in maybe one of the other ones. I should at least had a couple catches. They probably would still score.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
Oh shit, he got beat. He got beat. That's Steven Nelson, man. He was the most targeted cornerback last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and still picked him up. Like, they targeted that man for a reason.
Yeah, they might make him better. Shit, you take it here.
Midfield now for 1st and 10.
You're lucky because he was coming.
Man, but I can't see when they put that shit in the middle right there like that. I be taking a risk. And I don't know why I throw the ball so much. I ain't ran the ball that much at all.
It's a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down he goes.
I ain't see nobody on that side right there.
Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Oh, nice.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he takes this just
308 yards, boy. He's balling.
Shit, I got 2 interceptions.
I mean, but look, people wouldn't even care about the interceptions. See all the yards he's taking? I mean, if you win the game,
even in a loss,
to me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been.
You had to give it that.
Staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
See, this is the one you actually have to, if you don't pick the right play,
Here on that deficit.
If you don't pick the right play, you are definitely fucked.
I should have pressed him and bumped him off his route.
This one's over, let's be honest.
I agree with you.
I just got to pick the defense is right. So when I first thought I was picking the slim playbook.
Again, it's Wentz. Flush to his right.
Why am I that damn way?
And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No, you see that little boy yesterday, man, won that Fortnite competition?
Signal for and take it.
16 years old. $3 million.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of the victory.
That's
exactly what's
right.
stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
All right, now, blue 30. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble.
All I needed for him to do was fumble. I lost by 3.
Cross midfield. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes.
It started to be.
Because of all the points that were being put on
Big
the
back and
scoreboard,
forth.
your defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really
Trying
enjoy
to
this
put that
game.
work in.
They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll just about do it
This
for
ain't
Charles
on this one,
Davis.
so you can't
I'm
just
Brandon
hang back in
Gordon.
the
You've
pocket
been
because you
watching
gotta
the
get rid of that
NFL
ball.
on
Yeah,
EA
I like the
Sports.
ball.
For more, log
Or
on
you gotta hurry to get the ball out.
Yeah, gotta get the ball out.
Yeah.
With that, we say so long.
So it's an average football
from
player,
Philly.
but 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like I said, it's like he mad. They don't leave me a bad bitch.
He went.
Yeah.
Dog, he threw for 332 yards. He was balling. Dog, that boy was balling. They ain't even got homeboy on there, cuz.
Who?
Benny Snell, he was killing with the run.
Yeah, yeah.
Dante Moncrief, they got Juju on there. 59 yards. James Conner carried the team, bro.
He did. I'll say the rest of it we play tomorrow for sure.
Bad, say no more. Alright, bro. Get to sleep, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna wake up to get that truck. Be like, yo, I'm here. Be like,